side, I see grit. I see a team that is well inspired. I see a team that has a direction. And I'm not trying to.
Is it a well-built team? This Kotoko team?
It's a team that's being built fine. All of us understand that they've punched over their weight, above their weight by winning the Ghana Premier League in their first season.
Yeah.
But that said, this is a good squad. That is why I agreed with everybody. I don't know the plans of Nana Ponsa if he wants to sell the young boys that he bought this season.
Because if you listen to Nana Ponsa and this runs through his comments, you need money to compete in Africa. You need
money does not mean that you have to sell it.
Yes, it is true.
But you see, we are playing in a league that is not, for me, profitable enough. In the Ghana Premier League, it's not profitable.
That is 100%
the Ghana
true.
Premier League even doesn't have a headline sponsor. Asante Kotoko, for the first time, according to Nana Ponsa, had to run the affairs of the club with the sort of sponsorship that they brought in. And it will not be easy adding Africa to it. Okay, competing in Africa, you have to go out there.
Yeah.
You have to, bring in quality players and all that.
You don't need to bring in quality players this season.
See,
it will not be easy financially for Kotoko to survive. Keep hold of all these good players.
Two things you can do. One is to go the alleyway or the Zamalek or those teams way.
Yeah.
And
break the bank.
Get quality players to come and augment your squad. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So some of the teams, they do that. They buy quality from some of the teams around, and they get them to augment their squad. Then the other option is that you have to also start with the training of some of these players locally. When this new Kotoko administration came, one of the things that we heard was the introduction of this academy of this under this for Kotoko.
Juvenile side of Kotoko.
The juvenile side of Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Is it working? Have they directed some interest to that direction and making sure that at least they get some of these guys, because that can form the basis of a very good team. You understand what I'm saying? It can form the basis of a very good team once you get these guys, young 15-year-olds, 16-year-olds playing at for your juvenile team. They can blossom, given the right coaching and the right tutorials. They can blossom to be some of the finest players that you can ever have for your team. And if you don't have the resources to go for some of these big players, just like FIFA was saying, it's about planning, having a target that we want to do this maybe after a year, after 2 years, after 3 years, after 4 years, after 5 years, so that at least you measure every year by whatever target that you've set for yourself. And that's exactly what some of the teams are doing. It's very difficult given our situation now for Kotoko or for even House of Folk to go for some of these big guys, quality players from, let's say, can we even afford to buy a player for $100,000? We can't. $20,000. We can't even afford $20,000 for a player. You understand what I'm saying? So if you can't go that option, then there's another option open to you, which is having starting from the grassroots, getting an economy. Let me tell you this. Some years back, Kotoko had under 17.
Okay.
I took a player there, a player who was very, very skillful. I saw a player, and that time Coach Odo was very long time ago. Coach Odo was the coach for the under 17 team, and he happened to be my friend. He's dead now. He's the late Coach Odo. So I took the player.
So you recommended the player?
Yes, I went there myself with the player one early morning around 4:30 a.m. because they were training at the Rich Park.
Yeah, Rich Park.
I went there, showed the player to, because I had prior discussion with the coach already before I went there. And I mean, he didn't even want to take the player at that time because he had not seen a player, and sometimes some of these things come with some recommendations. So, just give him a shot. Try him and see if he's fine. If he's good, fine. If he's not good, I mean, you are my friend, but I mean, fact is that you are also a professional. I don't want to give you anything bad. The player played for just one match, and it saw some potential in the player and decided to use the player. You know that for the player to get to Rich Park every morning for training, I have to give the player money.
Wow.
Yes. They didn't have any arrangement for
Park.
Yes, they didn't have any, and the player was coming from Kwamo. They didn't have any arrangement for even transportation for their youth teams.
That was a terrible experience.
Yes. So
a player.
Yes. So finally, he had to just abandon it. He just decided not to. Yeah, because I mean, how can I be giving money every day? You're in and out. So every
basically, there was no plan for this player from the end of the club.
No. And after that time, the under 17 just collapsed.
Wow.
Then Apple also took over some time. I mean, we have countless situations where they started very well. After some time, collapse because of lack of attention to that direction, and it just collapses. And as we speak now, I don't think that they have a very good standing under 17 or under 20. But years back, they had it. That was where some of these very good players for Kotoko came from.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? That's where some of these players that Kotoko used to have some years back, they came from. The CIDs and other guys. There are so many players that I can mention who came from the junior ranks of Kumasi Asante Kotoko. They came from that area, and they help the cause of Kotoko. Once you groom a player from that end and it gets to the senior team,
the transition is that simple.
Yeah, the transition is simple, and you can keep the player for some time. You understand?
Yeah.
And so it's not something that you do over a year or 2 years. It's a long-term project, and that they have to look at.
We should have a plan.
Yes, let's have a plan. All the teams that are doing well in Africa, they have a plan. You understand what I'm saying? They have a plan. TP Mazembe, they have a plan. Ali, they have a plan.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at
without planning, what can you achieve?
if you